Her smile was blinding. Good. That's really good. We finally separated, heading to our respective rooms. But at her door, Jax caught my hand. Merry Christmas, Cassie. Merry Christmas, Jax. I lay in bed that night, staring at the ceiling, my lips still tingling from her kisses. I was falling in love. And for the first time since Diana, I wasn't afraid. Christmas morning was chaos in the best way. Andrea woke everyone up at 6 a.m., bouncing on beds and shrieking about Santa. Dana was more reserved but equally excited, clutching Mr. Fluffington and smiling so wide her face must have hurt. We all gathered in the living room in our pajamas. Even Jax, who looked adorably rumpled in flannel pants and an old t-shirt, her hair messy from sleep. The girls tore through presents with gleeful abandon. Jax had gone slightly overboard. New art supplies for Dana, dinosaur toys and books for Andrea, plus clothes and games and a million other things. Mom, this is too much. Dana said softly, staring at the pile of art supplies, professional-grade watercolors, sketchbooks, a tiny easel. It's not too much, Jax said firmly. It's exactly what you deserve. Andrea was already building an elaborate dinosaur habitat on the floor, narrating an involved story about a T-Rex family. But I noticed Dana kept looking at Jax, something uncertain in her expression. Mommy, she said quietly. Yes, sweetheart. Can I have a hug? Jax's face softened instantly. She opened her arms, and Dana crawled into her lap. All 7 years of her. Gangly limbs and messy hair. I love you, Dana whispered against Jax's shoulder. You're the best mommy ever. I'm sorry I ever thought you didn't want me. Jax's eyes filled with tears. She held Dana tighter, pressing a kiss to the top of her head. I love you too, baby. So much. More than I know how to say. You and Andrea, you're my whole world. Never doubt that. Never. Andrea abandoned her dinosaurs and threw herself into the embrace too, and suddenly Jax was holding both her daughters, all 3 of them crying happy tears. I felt my own eyes burning as I watched them. This was what healing looked like. What love looked like. Cassie, Andrea called, waving me over. You too. Family hug. Oh, I don't want to intrude. You're not intruding, Jax said, meeting my eyes over her daughters' heads. Come here. So I did. I joined the embrace, feeling small arms wrap around me, feeling Jax's hand find mine and squeeze. And in that moment, surrounded by this makeshift family, I felt something inside me, something that had been frozen since Diana, since Seattle, since everything fell apart, begin to thaw. After the present chaos subsided, I noticed a small wrapped box still under the tree with my name on it. That's from us, Andrea announced. Me and Dana picked it out, but Mommy paid for it. Inside was a delicate silver bracelet with 3 charms, a tiny dinosaur, a paintbrush, and a snowflake. The dinosaur is from me, Andrea explained. The paintbrush is from Dana because you taught her it's okay to paint messy. And the snowflake is from Mommy because she says you came into our lives like a winter miracle. I looked at Jax, who was watching me with an expression so tender it made my chest ache. It's perfect. I managed, my voice thick. Thank you. All of you. Jax helped me clasp it around my wrist, her fingers lingering on my skin. I have something for you too, I said, pulling out the gifts I'd hidden in my room. For Andrea, a book about a girl who becomes a paleontologist. For Dana, a beautiful wooden box to store her art supplies, which I'd painted with purple flowers. And for Jax. She opened the small package carefully, revealing a leather journal embossed with her initials. I know you're always thinking about work, I said, but I thought maybe you could use this for other things. Thoughts, memories, things you want to remember about the girls as they grow up. Jax stared at the journal for a long moment, running her fingers over the leather. It's perfect, she said softly. Thank you, Cassie. The rest of Christmas Day passed in a warm blur. We made a huge breakfast together, pancakes and bacon and eggs, with the girls helping in ways that mostly involved making messes. We played with new toys, watched Christmas movies, and had a snowball fight in the backyard that left us all soaked and laughing. For dinner, Jax insisted on cooking, a traditional roast that she actually managed not to burn. We ate by candlelight, the four of us around the dining table, and it felt so natural, so right, that I had to keep reminding myself this wasn't really my family. After the girls were in bed, Jax and I found ourselves alone again, sitting by the fireplace with glasses of wine. "Best Christmas I've had in years," Jax said, staring into the flames. "Maybe ever." "Me too." She turned to look at me, firelight dancing across her features. "Cassie, we need to talk about what happens after tomorrow." My stomach clenched. "What do you mean?" "I mean, I'm supposed to go back to New York. My meetings are done in Millbrook. My business with your sister's firm is concluded. And you were just staying with Benny temporarily, trying to figure out your next move." Oh, the reality of it hit me like cold water. Of course this couldn't last. This had been a temporary arrangement, a holiday interlude. Real life was waiting. "I don't want this to end," Jax said quietly. "These past 2 weeks, they've been the happiest I've been in years. The girls adore you. And she paused, seeming to struggle with the words. "I think I'm falling in love with you." My heart stopped. "Jax, I know it's fast. I know it's complicated. I know you're still healing from what Diana did to you. But I need you to know how I feel. Because if there's even a chance that you might feel the same way, I want to find a way to make this work." "I do feel the same way," I whispered. "But I don't know how this works. You live in New York. My whole life is in shambles. I don't have a job, I don't have a plan. I can't just move to New York," Jax interrupted. I stared at her. "What?" "Move to New York. Live with us. Not because you have nowhere else to go, but because I want you there. The girls want you there. We have plenty of space, and you could take your time figuring out what you want to do next. I have connections. I could help you find a job, or if you wanted to go back to school, or..." "Jax, I can't just move in with you. We've known each other for 2 weeks. I know it's crazy. But Cassie, I've spent 8 years being careful, being cautious, keeping everyone at arm's length. And where has it gotten me? Alone, lonely, working myself to death while my daughters grow up without me really seeing them." She took my hand, her grip warm and sure. "You make me want to be different, braver, more open. And maybe that means being crazy sometimes. What if it doesn't work out? What if we try this and it falls apart? The girls would be devastated. Or what if it does work out? What if this is exactly what all 4 of us need?" I wanted to say yes. God, I wanted to say yes so badly it hurt. But Diana's betrayal was still too fresh, the wounds still too raw. "Can I think about it?" I asked. "I'm not saying no. I need time to process."
You have reached this point. Please subscribe for more. Thank you.
Jax nodded, though I saw disappointment flicker across her face. "Of course. Take all the time you need." But as she leaned in to kiss me goodnight, soft and sweet and full of promise, I wondered how much time I really needed, because I was already imagining it. Waking up in that beautiful house every day, having breakfast with the girls, watching them grow up, falling asleep in Jax's arms, building a life with this strange, wonderful family that had appeared in my life like a Christmas miracle. The answer came 2 days later, in the worst possible way. We were having lunch, sandwiches and soup that the girls and I had made, when Jax's phone rang. She'd been better about ignoring it, but something about this call made her answer. "Jax Willow," she said crisply. Her expression changed as she listened, tension creeping into her shoulders, her jaw tightening. "When did this happen?" A pause. "I see. No, don't do anything yet. I'll handle it." She hung up and stood abruptly. "I need to make some calls." "Excuse me." She left the room, and I heard her voice through the door. Sharp, commanding, angry. "What's wrong with Mommy?" Andrea asked. "Sandwich forgotten." "I don't know, sweetie, but I'm sure it's fine." 20 minutes later, Jax returned. Her face was pale, her eyes hard. Girls, why don't you go play upstairs for a bit? I need to talk to Cassie. They went reluctantly, sensing the tension. When we were alone, Jax sank into a chair, suddenly looking exhausted. What's wrong? I asked. That was my head of security. Someone's been sending threatening letters to my office. Vague at first, but the latest one was specific. It mentioned the girls by name. Mentioned our address here.
Mentioned, she paused.
Mentioned you. Ice flooded my veins. Me? The blonde woman who's playing house with your family, Jax quoted. That's what it said, along with some other things.
Threats.
Implications. Oh my God. Jax, I'm so sorry. If I hadn't come here, if I hadn't gotten involved, this isn't your fault. Her voice was steel. This is some nutcase with too much time on their hands. My security team is investigating. But Cassie, she looked at me with anguish in her eyes. I need to increase security. I need to be more careful. And I need to make sure you and the girls are safe. What does that mean?